Alright, hello, how's everyone doing? Back old school type video, just me and the camera. I know you guys missed them. I recently switched to the lucid chart videos, but I figured I'd make another one. I wanted to record this video after I just got off a sales call and I spoke with someone, and he basically gave me a huge speech on how like his life is super busy, he has school, he has work and all of those things. And he kind of compared himself to me. And obviously, like, he wanted to start his business and everything. And he's like, well, it's easy for you to grow a business. Like, you have the money to invest, you have the time, you have all of these things. And I sometimes think that people forget, like, when people who do are, like, when successful people, when people have, like good businesses and everything, like, they're up and running, they're established and everything. I think many people overlook what these people had to do at the beginning to actually get to that point. Alright, so I actually gave him like I shared him my screen and I showed him a couple of things of what I did when I started out. And, you might look at these people online, driving all these fancy cars, living a good life, partying every day, but you don't really see what's happening behind the scenes. Because obviously they're not going to show you the boring stuff. They're only going to show you the good stuff because, that's what people are interested in. They're not interested in seeing like what you were doing at the beginning when you started your business and the sacrifices and all of those things. So today I'm actually going to share my screen and I'll show you guys a couple of things which I found interesting as I was like talking with this person. So December, we're currently in December as the time of making this video. I would say like it's in April, like somewhere like here where I have this dot where I like really went hard on the business. Not hard, but like when the results were coming in and I was really busy. So if I click on the 18th and I go a week, I want to show you guys, let's go a week before. So as you can see, I was starting to get busy. It wasn't that bad, and each square is like basically a call. Either a call or a sales call, one or the other. So me being busy. As you can see, I was kind of busy, but I was still grinding. Like I was trying to figure it out, but I was still getting like book calls and stuff like that. So here my life wasn't too bad, I still had my afternoons, I still have stuff to do and everything. And then at a certain point, I kicked it up a notch. Like I hired an appointment, etc. Things were going a bit better for me. And I want you to see how my calendar changed and how long it stayed like that for. Okay, so as you can see here, this is like when it started. Like Wednesday, I had like a packed day. Wednesday, I was working hard. And then if I keep going, as you can see, it's slowly starting to get packed a bit more. And then from here, this is when things were going a bit, like in May, when things were going a bit too crazy for me. So as you can see, every single day, I was essentially on calls, non-stop working. And although today I don't have to be on calls all day, I don't work that much. Like I have people helping me. I'm very, very grateful to have those people on board. But as you can see, this was not like a easy journey at the beginning. Like I had to go through a phase where I was just non-stop in calls. And if you go here, next week, as you can see, next week is exactly the same. So last week, 7 days straight, another 7 days straight of just taking calls non-stop. Okay, so whenever I hear people telling me like, oh, I need a break, I'm burnt out, I don't want to do this, I have school during the day, so I can't work on my business in the evenings, it's kind of a bullshit excuse, okay? Like you have the energy, you have the hours, you just gotta do it. Okay, and even here, I probably could have pushed it even more. As you can see, my day started at 12. So I would go to the gym in the morning. So if you guys want to know my routine here, I can share it to you. I would go to the gym in the morning. So I would wake up at like 8, 9, probably 8. Go to the gym, let's say 2 hours just to prepare myself, go there, work out, come back and everything. And then like I would have 10 to 12 just to sort of work on like random stuff, something like me not being in call. So like speaking with my team. So I guess my one team member that I had at the time. And maybe just like other random stuff. But as you can see from there, that's when I started to get real busy and things were getting packed. Okay. And then from there, it was just a combo of like sales calls as well as like coaching calls that I had with my clients. Now, that was last week. Next week, the week after, as you can see, I started to go a bit crazy. So I was taking like a couple of days off here and there. And then it just basically repeated nonstop, as you can see. Okay, nonstop. And then here I went on vacation. I hired someone to help me with the coaching calls, and now my life became a bit easier, as you can see. I'm not going to scroll through my whole calendar, but as you can see, what I wanted to show you guys is that although you might go on my Instagram, you see I have a car, I have this, I have that, like, and you're like, oh my god, like this person, he's established, like I want to be like him, and then, like, you know, how can I reach to that point? And I don't think many people realized like the amount of sacrifice, the amount of effort that's required to reach a point like that. Yes, business owners at a certain point can basically outsource everything and just, you know, live a good life, but you cannot start off like that. Okay, many people, they come to me like brand new, they do nothing, they go to school maybe, or they just work part-time, like, Oliver, I want like a commission-based cold caller or appointment setter. I'm like, why? Like, well, I need more volume, I need to do it. I'm like, well, how many are you doing yourself? He's like, oh, I'm not doing that many. I'm like, okay, so you're lazy. That's basically just it. That's what you want someone else to do the work for you, which is okay, like in terms of building a business. But I mean, if you're not even able to do the initial like phase of bullshit that you're supposed to be doing when starting a business, then like there's no point of even starting. Okay, so I had my phase of bullshit, as you can see, and that's not it. I'm gonna show you guys something else. If I go here in YouTube, as you can see, trying to get a bit more consistent, you know, posting the videos. But if I go here in oldest, which I'm going to cringe a bit when I see the pictures. You can't really see it, but if you, I essentially posted one long form per day. Okay, sorry, I thought I was going to say like the exact dates. I wanted to show you guys, but if you go back, like, I think if you can look at, I'm not going to click because I don't want to watch the video, but if you go on it, and it says a specific date, you'll see that I posted one video per day. And you can probably see I have the same outfit. Black shirt, green. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, green shirt. I kind of wanted to alternate. So I first knew I had to build my personal brand. So this was like in November. So one long form per day, non-stop. And I think it's like it's like when the thumbnail started to get a bit different. It's like around this point I started doing it every day. Now I went back to like a couple of times per week, I think. Like like this. Like when I had my trip in France, that's when I stopped going hard on content, which I regret. But until then, it was basically one video per day. So not only was I doing one long form per day, recording, uploading, I was also taking like 8 to 9 sales calls and coaching calls per day. So that's what I was doing right here. I was filming. That's true. Now I remember. I would go to the gym, come back, panic, record, upload, boom, take my calls. And then at night I would have to maybe edit and upload videos and stuff like that. Okay, so all that to say, and this is not like to flex my calendar or to flex how much I work. I don't really care what people think. It's just, I just want you guys to understand that if you want to get into this and you want to start a business, you want to be successful, like there is some sacrifice that is required. As you can see, I wasn't really going out. I didn't do much. I had to say no a lot to parties, to go seeing friends and stuff like that. Was it worth it? 100%. Okay, it is 100% worth it. Yes, it sucks, but I mean, what else are you gonna do? Okay, what's the other option that you have? Okay, don't do this. Play video games, get a regular job, make barely enough money to pay for your needs, pay for your family needs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, for me it's like I might as well just do that. Like, I don't mind working if I know that there's something at the end that's gonna sort of, like, if I know in my head it's not always gonna be like that, for me it's fine. I don't mind doing the initial sacrifice. But for me, working like a 9 to 5, although it's like not as intensive as what I just showed you in my calendar, in my head I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be for the rest of my life. Like, I can never remove myself from a 9 to 5. You know, I always have to be the person that's there. So for me, that's scarier than the idea of like, let me just do this for a year, grind, like hate my life, but at least afterwards I know that like I don't have to be in the trenches as much. Okay, so a little pep talk, a little motivational talk. I hope this was useful. Okay, so there's going to be lots of sacrifices required, but trust me guys, if you put in the work and you do it, it is 100% worth it, because at the end, if ever you have to do something, you can just hire someone and they can do it for you. So you get to pick sort of what you want to do. All right, so that's the beauty of having a business, is that you not only you make your hours, you make your money and everything, you get to do what you actually love. Okay, which for me is extremely important. All right, so best of luck with everything. I hope this was useful, a little pep talk. As usual guys, if ever you want me to, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever platform you use. We have a Facebook group with a free training where I kind of break down exactly how we went about going from like 10 to 100K per month with the business. So that's pretty useful. So there's going to be a link below if you want that. But yeah, otherwise, best of luck with everything.